Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. Welcome to Sports Radio 1350's High School Basketball Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution.
Markey to Saxon, cutting through the lane, hits the layup, beautifully run play.
High school basketball plays here on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports, bringing you the best of the York Adams League all season.
Shiflett a deep three, it is good! Trey Shiflett with the tray at the buzzer.
Now, let's head out to the action with a call of tonight's game. Here's Ron Rubin.
And good evening and welcome to our 17th season of high school basketball on Sports Radio 1350. Tonight we're live from Central York as the Panthers host the Rockets of Spring Grove. Ron Rubin with you. I'm very glad to have my friend and partner alongside Andy Bria. And Andy, good to see you as always. And, we were just talking before we hit air. It's kind of hard to gauge maybe coming into this season. I think last year we knew Northeastern, York High were going to be pretty good throughout the year. Central was going to contend. This year, a little tougher to maybe get a handle on things.
Well, first off, it's nice to be here. Always a pleasure with you. Ladies and gentlemen, this man makes my life easy to wear this headphone. But to get to what you're talking about, yeah, it's I'll tell you, I think we're going to see one of the better teams in the league tonight, and it might not be the Central Panthers.
Well, yeah, Spring Grove was really the surprise last year, but most of those guys are back.
Right. I like those guys. I liked them last year. Talking to Coach Brooks, you got to learn how to win. We were talking, this game's 80% mental, and these kids got to learn. This is a team, and you heard in the interview, they have not beaten. Mm-hmm. So, you're coming into a hostile environment. But you're right. I think we really don't have one team that jumps out. I mean, right. You always got York High.
Right, yep.
I had to put money on it. But
yeah, but
other than that, I think it's wide open.
I think it is, too. I mean, Red Lion kind of intrigues me. We'll see them hosting York High on Thursday. And
that's always a good game. Yeah. Man. I enjoy that one.
Yeah, we've got 3 for you this week. Friday, then we'll be at Dover, Northeastern. Yep. So, that's an interesting matchup as well. So, glad you are with us. And this is the Penn State York pregame show. The JV contest winding down. Central up by 11 here with less than a minute to go. So, that's where we stand. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with our coaches' interviews courtesy of Stony Brook Family Restaurant. You're listening to the High School Basketball Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK and GameTimePA.com.
Penn State York. Great faculty, small classes, personal attention. Even if you're not sure what you want to do, Penn State York can help you choose the class, the course, the program, the certificate, seminar, or degree you want. Penn State York offers 9 4-year bachelor degrees you can complete without leaving the area. There are also 7 associate degrees. You can also begin the first 2 years of more than 160 Penn State majors right here in York. No matter what class you take, the national reputation of Penn State will follow you throughout your career. Call Penn State York for a brochure, 771-4040. That's 771-4040.
Honey, did you call Window World yet?
Nope.
Well, it's starting to snow.
It's not too late. Don't wait another day. Call Window World and have your windows installed before winter. Plus, for a limited time, when you buy 2 6000 series windows, you get 1 free. Window World, simply the best for less. Call today, 866-779-0041.
Or online at windowworldpa.com. PA contractor number 2358. Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Welcome back to our pregame show. We're at Central York High, and with me now is the head coach of the Spring Grove Rockets, James Brooks. Coach, last year you came in here. It was a tough game, but you came in here with some kids that were just learning how to win and learning how to play. Talk a little bit about the team you bring in here tonight.
Well, this team right now, we almost brought back our whole starting 5. 4 of the 5 guys started almost the whole year. 1 senior that left out, and coming back with a lot of experience and started to grow, and it's the best season that the program's had in a while last year. So we're looking, and we are expected to do well, and I hope that we step up and keep the mental aspect of it and not be the, we're the favorite, so now we got to do what the favorite has to do.
You got to learn how they got to learn how to play that from that position. Okay, talk a little bit about the challenge of coming into Central and playing a Kevin Sheeler coach team.
Well, what that brings is it's kind of like when we went through our struggles with Red Lion. It was a program we had not beaten in a while. Central's in that same category. Our aspect is to do the same thing. We need to attack this game like we would and make not be Spring Grove hasn't beaten Central in a while. It's that we go out and we play hard and we do it all out in the court.
All right, give me a couple of keys. Your Rockets got to do well tonight out here to win.
Well, first thing we got to do is keep our composure. We've got to play together, and we have to play our style of our game. It might turn into a physical game, and we have to compete and fight back. So if we do those things, we'll be good.
Good luck to you tonight, Coach.
Hey, thank you.
We'll be right back with more of our pregame show right after this on Radio 1350 WOIK.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
We wish you tasty maple donuts. We wish you tasty maple donuts. We wish you lots of maple donuts at this festive time of year.
A baker's dozen for work?
Take maple donuts.
The family holiday bash?
Take maple donuts.
A Christmas shopping break?
Yeah, with a maple donut.
And cinnamon maple donut holes on Christmas Eve for St. Nick.
Ho, ho, ho!
Charlie's Little Helpers are filling Maple Donut's workshop with fantastically sweet treats made for the season. Kick off a day of shopping with a cup of Charlie's Always Fresh coffee and your favorite maple donut. And remember, Maple Donut gift certificates are great stocking stuffers.
We wish you tasty maple donuts. We wish you tasty maple donuts. We wish you lots of maple donuts at this festive time of year.
Maple donuts taste right.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Welcome back to our pregame show. We're at Central York for the Central York Panthers and the Spring Grove Rockets. Our pregame show is brought to you by Stony Brook Family Restaurant. And with me now is the very, very good head coach of the Central York Panthers, Kevin Sheeler. There you go. I get that right. All right. Coach, talk a little bit about the guys. You lost a lot of power. So talk about the guys that you want to send out there tonight to play this rock and punch.
I think we definitely got a lot of jitters out over the weekend. A lot of new faces, a lot of first-time varsity experience. But I think it's going to be a good group. They definitely understand how to play five-man basketball on both the offensive and defensive end. And I think they have great chemistry working together.
Spring Grove, to me, is going to present a little bit of problem. They were young last year and came in here, got their butts handed to them. But they got a pretty good basketball team. They were learning how to win last year. Talk a little bit about the challenge of playing them tonight.
I think that they're a very tough matchup for anyone in our league this year. They're bringing back nearly everybody. Their two main pieces from last year being the older Gordon and Brooks are both back, both much, much better, both very talented. And I got to imagine every game that they play, those other guys can get more and more comfortable and more assertive. So I think it's a very tough matchup.
Two keys, Kev, you got to do well tonight to get out of here with a W.
We're going to try and pick up our pressure a little bit on them and hopefully rattle their offense, get them starting a little higher than they're used to. And then I also am worried about their transition game. I think they're real smart. They put a lot of guards on the floor, and that can make it easy for them to run on us. So hopefully we can slow that down.
Good luck to you tonight, Coach.
Thank you very much.
What makes the holiday season special? Not the garland. not the gifts. It's family and friendships that continue, and the new ones that are made.
Flying Feet.
Greg Baum and his staff at Flying Feet ask you to reflect on the true meaning of the season. After all, it's the entire year that makes Christmas special. Greg Baum and his staff at Flying Feet would like to thank you for your patronage and extend their warmest wishes to you and your family. If this is your favorite time of year, share your smile and happiness with those less fortunate. Please fill a donation bucket, give to your favorite charity, or bring a gift to a hospital or nursing home. While you are celebrating the coming of the new year, Flying Feet asks you to take a moment to remember those who don't have someone to share the holiday with. Best wishes for a very happy holiday season and a happy and prosperous new year from Greg Baum's Flying Feet off the Mount Rose exit of I-83 in York.
Get ready for winter now and save big on your heating oil or propane costs. Call today to schedule your first fill, and don't forget to ask our energy advisors about the right money-saving plan or budget to fit your lifestyle. Lock in your rate and protect your price all winter. Our price-protected customers save an average of $325 per year. Visit ShipleyEnergy.com or call 855-4SHIPLEY, and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy, energy for life.
The home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And welcome back to Central York High School. Ron Room and Andy Bria with you as we get ready for the Central Panthers and the Spring Grove Rockets tonight. And on our Penn State York pregame show, time now for our Cookman Kunkel look around the league. Some other key games tonight there, Andy, and in boys hoops. Red Lion at Dallastown, two old rivals, and the Lions coming off a 1-1 start in their tournament. Dallastown also 1-1 after their tip-off tournament.
Two good coaches, two good programs. That's a tough one. Let's pick them. I don't know. I'll go with the home team just because they're home.
All right. Southwestern at York High. The Bearcats 1-1. A good win to start off. Overtime, then got spanked a little bit by Reading. So I think
that can happen to the best of them.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
I mean, I like York High at home.
Yeah. Dover at Eastern. That's a little interesting. Dover lost Ryan Beck, the leading three-point shooter in the league last year. Got the big guy Najah Fink back. Some other guys who were complimentary players. They have a freshman point guard starting for him at Dover this year, Keith Evans. And that's a lot of pressure for a freshman, but the coach has confidence in him. Eastern's a team people are talking about. Brogan Nicholas is a scorer. They have some size.
And they surprised people last year at home. I like Eastern at home tonight.
All right.
Okay.
Northeastern at Susquehannock. We know the Bobcats. The Bobcats got 2 wins over the weekend. They lost some players from last year. They have Kobe Nwandu back, Donovan Maxfield's back. Again, some of the guys that were complimentary last year need to step up this year. Susquehannock struggled under John Zerfing for a few years, but he's a good coach.
Absolutely, one of the best around. Susquehannock, this Northeastern team, I said it last year, I thought they were the best program around, but they didn't play as a team. If this bunch can play as a team, but I'm going to take Zerfing at home.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah. I'm taking Zerfing and an upset at home. Okay,
right.
John.
All right.
Make me look good.
All right. And Littlestown at York Catholic, the Irish 10-point loss, but a decent game at Trinity over, now they'll get into league play.
Blaine Claiborne is going to be one of the finer men's coaches in the league. Mark my words, this guy knows his basketball. He's a good guy. He's a good coach. I like York Catholic.
All right, and that's our Cookman Kunkel look around the league as we get ready for Spring Grove and Central tonight. I want to remind you, right after we're done tonight, we'll join in progress the Washington Capitals and Detroit Red Wings, so stick around for that. And we've got 2 more games this week for you. We'll start out with 3 for this week, and we've got York High at Red Lion Thursday, and then Northeastern at Dover on Friday. We're going to take a break here on the Penn State York pregame show. You're listening to the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Kochman and Kunkel Insurance Group, part of the Keystone Insurers Group, can save you 15 to 50% for just 15 minutes of your time. We customize plans for your needs and find you the best rate and protection. Discounts for good driver, good student, homeowners, renters, and multiple policies. Plus health, life, and all types of business insurance. Locally owned by Rudy and Pam Kochman, 3217 East Market Street, York. Call 854-0300 or online at KIGYork.com. Kochman and Kunkel Insurance Group, a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Broadway Transmission,
I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they help me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA-approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
You hear a lot about CPAP masks these days, but here's something you don't hear much about. Over half of the people who wear a CPAP mask for sleep stop wearing it within a year. How's that working for you? Dr. Gordon Bell would like you to hear this. York Dental Sleep Therapy has dental options that can help many of those people. If you or someone you live with is struggling with sleep apnea, visit yorksleep.com and see how Dr. Gordon Bell can help return your home to peaceful nights of deep, restful sleep. If you're groggy during the workday, if you wake up feeling exhausted, if you would like to get your nighttime sleep patterns back to a healthy state, get a confirmation from your doctor, then meet with Dr. Bell at his office on West Market Street in Helm. He'll evaluate your symptoms and discuss which treatments would best suit your situation. Dr. Bell can restore restful sleep and get you feeling better day and night. York Dental Sleep Therapy. Call 316-1299 or visit yorksleep.com to learn more.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And we're back at Central. Ron Rubin and Andy Bria here as we get ready for the Panthers and the Rockets tonight, Spring Grove Central. And now for our starting lineups, courtesy of Broadway Transmission. We'll get the visitors from Spring Grove tonight. This is their first contest of the year, Andy, so, you know, probably some jitters for those guys tonight.
Absolutely. Coach Brooks got his hands full tonight. Number 23, he's a 6'1" junior guard, Eli Brooks. Number 24 at 6'3" tall, senior forward, Darren Gordon. Number 22, a 6' senior guard, Liam Flaherty. Number 21 at 6'4", a senior forward, Grant Wireman. And number 25, a 6' junior guard, Johnny Sager.
All right, and Liam Flaherty was the guy last year, Andy, a game out at Spring Grove against Dallastown, was averaging about 4 points a game. He dropped five threes in that and scored 20 points.
20 points that night.
He can do it. All right, the Central Panthers, they are 2-0 after their victory in the tip-off tournament. Coach Kevin Sheeler is the guy's name.
That's
Sheeler.
right,
yeah.
Sheeler.
Only known him for 30 years.
So embarrassing. Number 24, a 6' senior guard, Jared Wagner. Number 22, he's 6'2". He's a senior forward, Nate Markey. Number 11 at 6'2", a senior forward, Ontario Edmonds. Number 31, a 6'2" junior forward, Niko Sobastanovic.
Indeed.
How about that? Number 14 at 6'3", a junior forward, Tommy O'Neill.
All right, the Panthers averaged 55.5 over the weekend, gave up 44. Jared Wagner, one of those guys, just does it all. Plays defense, rebounds, hands out the assist, and scores once in a while. And Nate Markey can drop the three on you. So we'll see. Those are the experienced guys. We'll see how they work with the new guys.
All about the role players. All about the role players.
Yep. Starting lineups courtesy of Broadway Transmission. We're going to take a break, come back with the WellSpan Sports Medicine keys to the game and the opening tip-off in just a moment or two. You are listening to the Penn State York pregame show on the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on your home for local sports, Sports Radio 1350 WOIK and GameTimePA.com.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
If you've ever been charged with a crime, you know it can be a frightening and stressful time. You have a right to legal representation, which is crucial to assisting you through this difficult time. Criminal charges often carry consequences beyond fines, and often charges such as a DUI can have an impact on your driver's license, employment, and automobile insurance. The law offices of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins can help you in these matters. We have experienced attorneys who primarily focus on these areas and are prepared to represent your interests in a diligent and vigorous manner to achieve the best possible result for you and protect your rights under the U.S. Constitution. Our experience, skills, and candid advice will guide you through this process and help you obtain the best result under the particular circumstances of a case. Call us today at 757-7602 for a free consultation, or visit us at our website at gslsc.com. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis, and Calkins, 110 South Northern Way, York, Pennsylvania. Attorneys licensed in Pennsylvania and Maryland.
Your county, your teams. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports.
And welcome back to Central. Ron Room and Andy Bria here, getting ready for our Wellspan tip-off and our keys to the game. Andy, we heard from the coaches. Let's hear from our coach. I think we're getting ready for the national anthem here. So see if we're going to do that in a moment. Well, no, they're not. Let's get our keys, first of all, for Spring Grove.
Spring Grove, they got to be mentally into the game. They can't get rattled in this gym. This is a team, like you said, they have not beaten. So I think they're going to have to be able to withstand the onslaught early, be patient with their stuff, and once they get a lead, just, be composed. Like the coach said, I think they got to learn how to win. That's their key. All right. Central, on the other hand, he's got a bunch of new guys. He's got no Gingrich inside anymore. He's got Saxton outside. So the one thing they're going to do, though, that switching man-to-man defense will present problems. They got to play. He said it in the interview as 5. They got to play as a unit. He's going to stretch the court. I think we're going to see a little full court pressure early. He's going to try to rattle Spring Grove. If he can get a lead, they will play with confidence.
All right, we'll have more after our national anthem. Our national anthem performed by a young lady from Central. A fine job on a tough song to sing, and a cappella, no less. So we are ready to roll with our Wellspan opening tip-off tonight. Central and Spring Grove. And
this is a tough place to play your first game.
Yeah.
Coach said, he didn't want to go tournament in the first weekend, so he just said, I'm just going to see where everybody shakes out, and we'll open here. This is a tough gym floor to play on.
It is. You mentioned, Andy, this is a team, though. Spring Grove is the experienced team coming in tonight. Central, really, only 2 guys that played much last year, Wagner and Markey.
Yeah, but this is a fundamentally, I'll be surprised they're not, Central not fundamentally sound. Kevin comes from the program, had a coach, that just preached that, a Bobby Knight disciple. I'm telling you, they're going to be fundamentally sound. And that switching man-to-man defense can present you problems if you don't see it a lot.
Right.
Okay? And we're going to see. We're going to see if Spring Grove learned their lessons last year. Because they got their hats handed to them in this floor.
They did, yeah. We were here. That's right. Yeah, absolutely. So, we will see. It should be a good one. It's intriguing, and always at the beginning of the season, it's always fun, but we will see.
I love these December games. And by the way, we got new fans out in, I just want to tell you, I was out in Anadarko, Oklahoma at the Riverside Indian School.
All right.
And I had the opportunity to meet the boys basketball team out there. Nice bunch of kids, all Native American. It's the school on the reservation, and I tell you, they're going to be listening in to us, so they told me I better do a good job.
Okay, well, then you better.
It's all about my partner, I told them.
Well, we're glad to have our fans in Oklahoma tonight. We are indeed worldwide on the World Wide Web.
There you
go.
That's
good to know. So, anyhow, we're just about ready to roll. We hope to have some scores for you. We have 4 of our interns out tonight, so we hope that they will be with us and get the scores in. It's their first game as well, and I hope to have their reports for you on Sports Radio 1350 throughout the day tomorrow, so we hope you tune in.
Best player on the floor tonight might be between Jared Wagner and Eli Brooks.
Yeah, Brooks, I understand, getting some D1 looks, so we'll see.
He was pretty smooth, if I remember last year.
As a junior.
Yeah.
And Tommy O'Neill will jump it for Central against Darren Gordon for Spring Grove. Central will head to the far basket as we're in the end zone here. Central in the white uniforms with the black numbers and orange trim. Spring Grove blue unis and white numbers. And we are ready to roll. The tip is up. We are underway. Controlled by Central, and Nate Markey will set it up against a, looks like a man-to-man defense for Spring Grove.
Yeah, right now that's what they're in.
All right, out front, Sobostanovich with it, drives the free throw line, gives it back to Ontario Edmonds, and he swings it across to O'Neill. O'Neill top of the key, left side. Markey, he can hit the three. They'll have to watch him in the corner to Wagner. Wagner with Wireman out on him. Over to Edmonds for three. It is good. Ontario Edmonds with the three off the Markey feed, and it is 3-0 Central early on.
He was wide open.
Brooks drives, pulls up just inside the free throw line. Too strong, though, but an offensive rebound by Wireman, and Darren Gordon, that was. Darren Gordon with the stick back that time for Spring Grove, and it's 3-2.
That's where Central, I think, is going to have to come up big tonight. They want to win. They're going to have to control both sets of boards.
Left side, Markey had a three-pass, drives baseline, tried to feed it across, steal by Eli Brooks with the good hands, and he gets it ahead. Spring Grove back quickly now. Jonathan Sager with it. Top of the key, Brooks passed on the three, feeds it in the right side.
Long.
That three is long, air ball, but grabbed inside by Wireman, and then his shot is put up outside. That is no good, but another offensive rebound for Spring Grove, and a three put up by Brooks. That is no good, and the rebound pulled in by O'Neill.
Oh, you got to run with that ball when you get the chance.
Markey's
bangs the three.
Oh, Markey's three. He's deadly on it. Wagner left it for him, and Central with a couple of threes is up 6-2.
Right out of the fast break, not even a blink.
Markey's sixth on the year already. Brooks, smooth jumper on the baseline, but it's long, and the rebound by Wagner. Wagner pushes it into the front court for Central, leading early. He pops from the top of the key off the right side. Rebound pulled in by Sager, his second board of the game.
He was wide open that time.
Brooks to the top of the key, right side now to Darren Gordon. Gordon swings it around to Brooks on the near side here, top of the key, and they move it to the far side. And Sager out front to Brooks to the top of the key, picked up by O'Neill, and they'll reset.
There's the switch, or they're in a zone now.
Yeah, they're in a zone. It's 3-2, maybe, or 2-3.
2-3 it looks like.
So Spring Grove will have to adjust to that as they move it around the perimeter now. Brooks with it, drives to the free throw line, pulls up, and that one won't go. Loose rim here, and another rebound by Wagner.
Last three shots he's missed.
And Wagner pushes it in the front court to Markey, back to Wagner, left side Edmonds. He has a three already tonight. And the Spring Grove in their man-to-man defense. They give it up to Markey, a deep three, and it is good.
He banked it home.
Did he?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Well,
off the glass.
All right. I didn't catch that from my
But I'll tell you what, that was deep. That was out there. That's about 22 feet.
It's 9-2 Central. 5:10 left in the first quarter here. And a steal out front by Wagner. How many times have we seen him do that? But he double dribbled. Yep, crossed it over and carried it a little bit, but how many steals have we seen Jared Wagner make in 3 years here?
Honest to God. Quick hands, and in the right. And the thing is, the position was good. He was right where he needed to be. Spring Grove got to weather this storm early.
Yep. Gordon has it out front now. The 6'3 senior goes to the right side, and Brooks off screens to the top of the key, but Wagner's right there with him. They swing it over here to jumper, and it is good. Jonathan Sager off a feed from Brooks, and it is 9-4.
And that's what I think they ought to do. They got to look for somebody other than Brooks right now, because Brooks, they're really paying a lot of attention to.
Wagner brings it up. He is picked up in the front court by Liam Flaherty. They go in the corner to Edmonds, back out front to Markey. Right side, Wagner open for three, passed on it, drives, left it short. A lot of traffic, and it's pulled down inside by Flaherty.
No numbers.
And they get it out to Brooks. Brooks working on Edmonds to the baseline, feeds it back outside to Wireman. And back to Brooks in the far corner, but Edmonds is right there with him. Brooks backing him down in the paint in traffic, takes it to the hoop, won't go. Edmonds with it.
Wanted a little contact, didn't even get it that time.
Yeah, it was driving into traffic, though. Maybe
yes,
a pass would have been better on
Absolutely.
that one. Around the screen is Markey into the key. Back to Wagner. Wagner in the corner.
Whoa.
Head fake by O'Neal. Passed on the 10-foot jumper. Back out front to Wagner. Wide open top of the key. Won't go.
You cannot leave him out there like that.
It was too open that time.
That's
Brooks with the rebound. Stepped on the sideline. Or no, foul.
No, foul.
Foul is on Ontario Edmonds. That's his first and the team's first foul of the game. 3:51 left in the first, and Central up 9-4 over Spring Grove.
And that's pretty good for these two teams, as physical as they're going to get here.
Gordon with it out top, picked up there by Markey, gives it up to Brooks, the right elbow. Back to Gordon, top of the key to Sager. Brooks sets a screen, but nothing there, so Brooks moves him out. Wants to work one-on-one on Markey, dribbling above the free throw line. Over to Gordon on the other side.
Great help defense by Central right now.
Gordon lost his footing. Another steal by Wagner. Wagner takes it to the hoop against Brooks. Missed the layup, and Brooks with the rebound.
He changed his shot because of Brooks.
Yep.
And then Brooks then comes down and creates the foul at the other end.
Wow.
He changed his shot because of the presence of Brooks.
Mm-hmm.
He thought Brooks was going to go up and try to pin it on the glass. Brooks never left his feet, and he missed it.
Nate Markey with the foul, and we have a timeout taken by Spring Grove.
Yep.
And our score is Central 9, Spring Grove 4. We'll take a break. You're listening to the High School Basketball Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Fink's Garage, we're a little bit different. Our philosophy is just a little old-fashioned. See, we believe that our jobs are dependent upon taking care of people and their car problems. It's not all about cars and numbers. How may we serve you? Please allow us the opportunity to repair your vehicle. Fink's Garage, a Napa Auto Care Center, 717-854-5175. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
Hi, I'm Spring Grove basketball coach James Brooks. You're listening to the High School Basketball Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
And we're back out of the timeout. Spring Grove basketball. They attack the near basket. Out front is Grant Wireman. High post to Sager. Back to Wireman on the right side. Around a screen. Give it up to Gordon. Darren Gordon's jumper is short. Wagner goes high and rips that rebound away. His third already of the game to get it ahead to Markey. Markey pushes it into the paint in the corner to O'Neal. O'Neal skip pass over to Sobostanovich, and Edmonds driving baseline and lost it, and the steal comes up to Eli Brooks, his second of the game, and the 6'1 junior pushes it into the front court. Picked up by Edmonds, and again Central switching, and
they cannot get it right now. Wow.
And Brooks drove into extreme traffic, had to reject it. The ball's on the floor. We're going to have a held ball. And the alternate possession, I can't see the arrow from here. Looks like
going to Central.
It's going Central's way?
Yes.
All right, a couple of substitutions now for Central.
There is no room. There's no room in the lane run right now for any penetration by Spring Grove. Even though Brooks tried to come down the lane that time, there was nothing there.
Evan Zalata and Courtney Batts have checked in for Central. Brooks has a three, and that is short.
Wagner short.
His fourth rebound. Wagner gets it ahead to Sobostanovich, knocked away by Brooks. Ball's on the floor. People are diving for it, and we have a timeout taken by Spring Grove. That's their second already. We'll keep it here for right now. I'm not sure I'd have taken that timeout. I didn't want to save a possession, but he's used two already in the first quarter.
I think he's a little afraid of letting this get away from him, okay? And right now, Spring Grove looks very, very out of sorts, all right? The switching man-to-man defense has got them pushed out to the three-point line. They're getting, if you look, there is no penetration into the paint at all. Kevin Sheeler's team owns the paint, and they just can't get close, okay? So Brooks has got to calm them down. You got to get some back cuts going on, some guys cutting through to move some of those people in the lane.
Our first half tonight is brought to you by our friends at Maple Donuts, and our timeouts tonight are courtesy of our good friends at Frink's Garage. Spring Grove basketball coming up, 2:20 left in the first quarter, and Central up 9-4. As Grant Wireman walks it into the front court, gets a screen from Sager, but the switching defense is there. And right side of Flaherty now, out top to Wireman, left side of Brooks. Brooks drives, and a double team is there. He slipped, lost his footing, but it's saved by Wireman. Feeding it to Sager on the baseline, back outside to Wireman. He'll pop a three. It is short. Rebound by Brooks, puts it back up from 8 feet. That won't go. And we have a foul inside. It's going to be on Spring Grove, going over the back with Jonathan Sager, his first foul of the night.
And right now, Spring Grove has got no solution for the switching man-to-man to Central. They just can't figure it out. Every time Brooks goes to the basket, he's running into at least a minimum of 2 and more as a rule.
So
Spring Grove, full court.
Right. Has a trap here, but Central gets it ahead to Sobastanovic, and so they're in the front court. Spring Grove now in a trapping defense a little bit.
Now they kind of
settling back.
We're settling back into the man-to-man.
Yeah. Central working it out front. Wagner on the right elbow, drives into the paint on a crossover dribble, feeds it out to Markey for a wide open three. Bank that one.
I'll tell you what, he's got 3 of them right now, and 9 of the 12 points that Central got up on the board.
Panthers up 12-4 with $1:25 left in the first quarter. Wireman on the right there, Gordon on the left side now, low to Brooks. He's doubled, lost it. Oh, they're going to call a reach-in foul, though.
It's a good call. It's a good call. Sheeler don't like it, but it's a good call.
It's on Wagner, on Jared Wagner. That's his first third-team foul.
But, again, you see what that trapping, or actually it just leads into a trap, that switching man-to-man.
Wireman inbound, baseline for Spring Grove. Brooks around a couple of screens, gets the ball out front to Gordon. There's a steal by Wagner, his third of this first quarter. Takes it to the hoop, blocked inside, but they're going to call the foul on Spring Grove. They're going to whistle Darren Gordon, and Jared Wagner will shoot 2 free throws.
Wow.
Jared Wagner, 3 steals in the first quarter, and he will go to the free throw line where he was 3 of 5 over the weekend. 6-foot senior leading Central with 17 points a game in the early going, and he'll get a couple of free throws here. And he makes the first and increased the lead to 13-4.
You know, this is the last thing Coach Brooks needed to see tonight, was letting this thing, you know, you're giving Central a lot of power here with this big lead.
Jared
Get pumped up.
It's the second, so it is 14-4 now. Central up, Brooks back in the corner. They go to Wireman. Wireman dribbles out front to Brooks on the right side. He dribbles into the paint, tried to feed it inside to Wireman. Too low. Ball's on the floor, and Wagner comes out of there with it. And Jared pushes it. Final minute of the first quarter. Bats for 3 on the left side. That one's good.
Everybody, it's raining threes for the Central York Panthers.
Bats second of the year. 3 assists for Jared Wagner in the first quarter. It's 17-4. Brooks drives in traffic and draws the foul. Split the defenders that time and did manage to get the bump. And the Central foul. And that's on Wagner, and that's 2 on Jared.
2 on.
2 free throws for Brooks, his first trip to the line tonight. So we'll see if Kevin Sheeler got some subs over there. We'll see if get Wagner out of there. And the first one's good by Brooks, makes it 17-5 with 37 seconds left in the period. Substitutions both ways as Josh Bellamy checks in for Spring Grove, as does Austin Palmer. And for Central, got Garrett Markey out there, and I missed who the other sub was. I think O'Neal back in. Second free throw missed, and the rebound by Nate Markey. Markey in the front court now. The left side they go to Garrett Markey, back out front to Bats, and to Nate Markey. And defender hits the floor. Did Gordon, no call out front. Bats drives down the lane. Count the basket and a foul. Courtney Bats took it hard to the hoop with the left hand, and the foul is on Drew Gordon. That is his first and the team's third. And Bats on the line to try and complete the 3-point plays. 3 of 3 at the line so far this season. Courtney is a 6'2 junior, and he hits the free throw. They are all falling for the Panthers here, and it's 20-5 Central.
Wow. I never saw this coming tonight.
No.
I absolutely did not see this coming.
Brooks brings it into the front court now. Man-to-man defense by Central. Top of the key to Darren Gordon. Now left side they go to Palmer. Palmer back to Gordon over to Brooks. Brooks pulls up for a three, and that won't go, and Bats with the rebound, and that's the end of the first quarter. All Central, Panthers 20, Spring Grove 5. This timeout courtesy of Fink's Garage on the Maple Donuts first half on the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection and personal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Hi, I'm Central York boys basketball coach Kevin Sheeler. You're listening to the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Well, Kevin has to be happy right now because his Panthers have a 20-5 lead over the Spring Grove Rockets after one. Andy, what's the deal here?
Well, Spring Grove has not figured out the switching man-to-man defense that Kevin's guys are playing. But to be honest with you, Central right now is playing out of their minds defensively. There is no room for Spring Grove to work.
And Central's hitting their shots, too.
Yeah, and then, you had, 5 threes and 5 threes.
Yeah.
And a three-point play, basically 6.
Bats missed a three in the corner and a rebound by Gordon.
That's big news.
Yeah, it is. Brooks driving into the paint, spins up over 2 guys. That won't go, and the rebound by Bats. No second shots.
Wow.
And a steal by Brooks.
That's a walk.
Yeah, went to curling kneel onto his knees there, but
he slid.
Got it back to Darren Gordon. Remains 20-5 Central, opening minute of the second quarter. Gordon down the left side and batted away partially there by Zulata, and then coming down with the rebound is Garrett Markey.
Right, there's just no room. The help defense is standing there waiting for you.
Low post to Zulata, little turnaround hook won't go. Rebound by Eli Brooks. Brooks pushes it, takes it all the way coast to coast, left it short though. Brooks gets the rebound and draws the foul as he goes back up. So Eli Brooks will shoot 2 free throws. Foul was on Garrett Markey, his first. That's the 5th team foul on Central, and Brooks' first one is good. So Eli is 2 of 3 at the line. He'll get another one coming here. So we have a substitution. Liam Flaherty checks back in for Josh Bellamy for Spring Grove, and also Grant Wireman checking back in for Austin Panther.
They got to figure out this defense. They're too tight right now. Central's, they're making it too easy.
And Drew Gordon sits down also as Jonathan Sager checks back in. So starters back out there for Spring Grove. Brooks hits them both. It's 20-7. And Nate Markey into the front court, being dogged there defensively, goes to Zalato on the right side. He dribbles and hands it off to Garrett Markey, back to Nate Markey. Around a screen, he'll pop a 3. Got to get out above those screens there, but he missed that one, and the rebound to Flaherty. Off to Darren Gordon. Gordon into the front court now. Stops, picks it up, needs some help, and gets it from Wireman. Wireman over to Brooks. Brooks to Sager. Johnny Sager on the right side, and goes in the corner. There's a 3 put up by Darren Gordon. That is short. Good box out, and a rebound by Evan Zulata.
No offense right now for them, and here's the 3.
3 by Garrett Markey at the other end, rimmed out, and a long rebound to Johnny Sager.
You can afford to do that when you're up by 13.
I guess, yeah. Brooks crossover dribble, and they're going to call the block out front on Tommy O'Neill. So that will be O'Neill's first, and that's 6 on Central. So Spring Grove will shoot the rest of the half with 6:17 left.
Now, if I'm Coach Brooks, I make the next 6 minutes and 17 seconds as ugly as you can see.
Well, keep taking it to the hoop.
Absolutely.
And Brooks does just that down the right side and gets that one to go. Banked it home. Brooks' first bucket of the night, does have 5 with the free throws.
But they cut it to 11.
Courtney Batts will bring it up now one-on-one against the pressure from Darren Gordon. Batts drives down the right side all the way to the hoop, and there's a foul out front. I believe it's going to be before the shot. It is. It will be Central ball underneath. And the Spring Grove foul is on Grant Wireman. That's his first and the team's fourth. And Nico Sobostanovic and Ontario Edmonds check back in for Nate Markey and Evan Zulata for Central.
He had some good minutes out of Zulata and who else came off?
Nate Markey came off.
Yeah, Nate Markey came off.
And get it into Garrett Markey on the right side. He drives all the way to the bucket, missed it too hard off the glass. Brooks' fifth rebound of the game. He pushes it into the front court to the top of the key. Swings it to the right side in the corner. Open is Wireman, and his three will go. Grant Wireman, the three off the feed by Darren Gordon, and it's 20-12.
That's as open as a Spring Grove shooter has been in the first quarter in a couple of minutes.
Edmonds on the left side beyond the arc now. He drives into the paint. He takes it hard to the hoop. Scoop shot won't go. And a rebound by Brooks, number 6. He pushes it, gets it back from Flaherty and hits it.
And should have been fouled.
And that was a nice pass by Flaherty on the assist, and a timeout taken by Kevin Sheeler.
Absolutely.
As this was a 20-5 lead, 9-0 run by Spring Grove. It's 20-14, 5:22 left in the first half. This timeout courtesy of Fink's Garage in the Maple Donuts first half on the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine.
What makes the holiday season special? Not the garland, not the gifts. It's family and friendships that continue, and the new ones that are made.
Flying Feet.
Greg Baum and his staff at Flying Feet ask you to reflect on the true meaning of the season. After all, it's the entire year that makes Christmas special. Greg Baum and his staff at Flying Feet would like to thank you for your patronage and extend their warmest wishes to you and your family. If this is your favorite time of year, share your smile and happiness with those less fortunate. Please fill a donation bucket, give to your favorite charity, or bring a gift to a hospital or nursing home. While you are celebrating the coming of the new year, Flying Feet asks you to take a moment to remember those who don't have someone to share the holiday with. Best wishes for a very happy holiday season and a happy and prosperous new year from Greg Baum's Flying Feet off the Mount Rose exit of I-83 in York.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And Liam Flaherty's three out front will not go, and the long rebound is taken down by Sobostanovic, and he pushes it ahead for Central. Drives into the paint. They call the offensive foul. Wow. As Darren Gordon takes the charge, and that is Sobostanovic's first and the 17th foul on Central. So it remains a 20-14 game. Central leading Spring Grove with 4:47 left here in the Maple Donuts first half.
I thought that was a little cheap, though.
And Brooks walks it into the front court now. Brooks crosses the timeline. He's picked up by O'Neal, gets the screen, and switch to Sobostanovic, and they swing it over to the corner to Flaherty. Flaherty can hit that three, and there's a steal out front by Garrett Markey, and he will bring it into the front court for Central. Right side they go. Edmonds is traveling out front against O'Neal. Shuffled the feet before the pass, and checking in now is Landon Day for his first appearance for Central, and Nate Markey. So about 9 guys seeing court time in the first half for Central.
That's a lot of guys right now, and that's a nice rotation. If you can get 9 guys to play well.
Yep. Landon Ray, a 5'11 sophomore. And out front they go. Brooks in the post now. Turns, kicks it outside to Wireman. His three is an air ball, and Spring Grove tried to save it, couldn't do it. And so that will turn it over to Central.
Spring Grove expended a lot of energy to make that run. Now this game has come down to a sluggers contest for the next 4:10. It's a puncher's duel.
And Wireman takes a seat. Drew Gordon, 6'1 sophomore, checks in for him for the Rockets. And they will apply some full court pressure. Central has it to Nate Markey, and he will bring it up to 6'2 senior. Works it into the front court against Darren Gordon. Left side they go to O'Neal. O'Neal out front to Edmonds. Edmonds top of the key. Left side they go to Sobostanovic. He drives down the left side and up off glass, a little strong. Rebound by Drew Gordon.
That time Spring Grove's man-to-man defense was very good.
Here's a three in the corner by Brooks, and that is good. Brooks off the feed from Drew Gordon. He's heating up now. Brooks is, and it's a 3-point contest.
He got 9.
Yeah, and timeout by Kevin Sheeler. We'll keep it here.
That's his second 3. in this quarter.
And so both coaches using 2 timeouts here in the first half. They usually try and stockpile those things for the end of the game.
Absolutely, but you can't win it in this quarter, but you sure can lose it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, at this time of the game. And right now, Sheeler saw his 15-point lead drop, to 3. And he didn't want Spring Grove to get a lot of confidence in this game.
It's a 12-0 run by the Rockets. It was 20-5 at the end of the first quarter. Andy, Central's not scored this quarter. We have 3:36 left. They had 20 at the end of one.
And exactly right. That defense is down at the other end. And the other thing is, Central got spoiled.
Yeah.
Everything they were throwing up was working in the first quarter, and now everything they're putting up, nothing's dropping.
Right.
So it's a whole different set of circumstances here in the second quarter.
And Jared Wagner has 2 personal fouls. He's been on the bench for a while.
Yes, he has.
That makes a difference.
And it's full court pressure now. They're trying to slow him down from Spring Grove.
Markey works it up one-on-one against Darren Gordon. And Markey near center court to the right elbow. Still dogged by Gordon. Now screen, lost it off his foot, but Edmonds picks it up. Right side they go to Sobostanovic at the elbow. Left side now to Ray. And Nate Markey out front. To Tommy O'Neill on the right elbow, near steal by Brooks. O'Neill gets it back, goes to Sobostanovic in the far corner. This is Markey around a screen, drives into the paint, and his runner is good. Nice drive by Markey.
Markey saw the opening that time and took it all the way to the basket.
Gets him off the what for the second quarter? There you go.
There it is. I haven't said that for a while.
5-point lead now for Central. Gordon on the right side out to Brooks. Brooks near center circle, dribbling against Edmonds. Edmonds cuts him off. Brooks almost lost it, saved it, gets it to Drew Gordon. Now to Sager. Sager dribbles it out, gives it back to Brooks. The elbow out front, a 3-pointer out there by Darren Gordon. That is good.
Now Spring Grove's starting to get firing on all cylinders offensively.
2-point game, 22-20 with 2:22 left in the second quarter. 2s are wild.
That'll give you a lot of confidence when you're down 15 at the end of one.
Landon Ray around a screen, pulls up from 14, off the back of the rim, no. Rebound won't go, and Brooks has the carom for Spring Grove, and he will bring it up. Now they can take a lead with a 3. Brooks into the paint, offensive foul. They say pushed off against O'Neill with the right arm.
Yes. The thing I've noticed about Spring Grove is they will not push it up the floor. They get a rebound, and I think they've been pretty done. Issue? Okay, I don't know.
Substitution for Spring Grove.
But they won't push the ball up the floor.
And so central ball into the front court as Josh Bellamy is checked in for the Rockets. Ray with it on the right side, gets a screen from Sobostanovic. Give and go, but batted away. Good defense that time by Drew Gordon, who gets the steal, and Brooks is back, pops it from the top of the key, rattles out, rebound by Edmonds. And Edmonds will get it ahead for Central, gives it to Ray, left side to Markey. Markey with Brooks on him. Goes back to Edmonds in the far corner. Edmonds drives baseline now to the hoop and hits it. Nice drive.
That's a lot of basketball player.
Yeah, 6'2 senior now at the other end, coast to coast. Oh, reverse layup. Pretty move by Darren Gordon, and it remains a 2-point lead for Central.
And that's the first time they pushed the ball the whole game up the floor.
Gordon is a 6'3 senior. He's got some skills.
Yes, he does.
Around a screen out front, O'Neill. Left side to Sobostanovic. Nico looking it over. Gets the screen from Edmonds and gives it up to Nate Markey, top of the key, where he is checked by Darren Gordon.
Great spacing by Central's offense.
Markey to the baseline. He's double teamed and lost it in there, but it is saved by Sobostanovic. He is triple teamed. We go down to the floor. We have a held ball, and the honor of possession will give it to. Well, we have a technical.
What? On who?
I don't know. Nate Markey, I believe, right? He said white 2-2.
Yep.
So that is also a personal foul in PIAA, so that is 2 personals on Nate, and Eli Brooks to the line to shoot the technical.
Wow.
And the first one is good. So Nate apparently said something.
Yeah, you got to keep your cool.
Brooks hits it. We are tied, folks, at 24. And remember, at the end of one, it was 20-5 Central. So this has been a 19-4 run in the second quarter for Spring Grove.
Well, the threes weren't falling in the second quarter. They weren't taking their time like they were in the first quarter. And Spring Grove tightened it up a little bit.
Aaron Gordon gives it off to Liam Flaherty, who was checked back in to Brooks. They run the weave out front, does Spring Grove. Give it up to Gordon. Gordon driving to the free throw line. He's double teamed. He walked. Yep.
You know, I don't understand why they're going there. You can't drive down the lane against the Central bunch. It's just not there. The help defense is amazing.
Yeah, good defense that time by Evan Zulata and Nico Sopostanovic.
Yes.
And Garrett Markey gets it off to O'Neal in the front court. High post to Sopostanovic, out to Garrett Markey. Three from the top of the key. That won't fall, but an offensive rebound by Zulata. That won't go, and Sopostanovic lost it out of bounds. And it's going to be should be Spring Grove ball, I think.
Should be. I don't know.
Guess not, and Spring Grove isn't protesting, so one of their guys must have hit it.
Okay.
From here, it looked like it went off of Sopostanovic.
Well, it was right in front of Coach Brooks, so if he's not whining and moaning.
Garrett Markey has to go deep to O'Neal. It's batted away by Brooks with the steal. Brooks takes it to the hoop and slams it home.
Whoa, with authority. I tell you what, that was a pretty steal at half court.
And the Rockets take their first lead at 26-24 with 2 seconds left in the half. At the buzzer, Ray's shot will not go.
And I'll tell you what, that slam dunk was contested.
Yes, it
was with a body hanging on him, okay?
Yep.
Wow.
So we head to the locker rooms, and here's a bit of a shocker if you just joined us after being here for the first quarter. At the end of the first half, Spring Grove 26, Central 24. What a turnaround. Woo.
Wow.
All right. We're going to take a breath or two, and we will bring you the Flying Feet halftime show. We got a good one. Spring Grove 26, Central 24, in the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK and GameTimePA.com.
Penn State York. Great faculty, small classes, personal attention. Even if you're not sure what you want to do, Penn State York can help you choose the class, the course, the program, the certificate, seminar, or degree you want. Penn State York offers 9 4-year bachelor degrees you can complete without leaving the area. There are also 7 associate degrees. You can also begin the first 2 years of more than 160 Penn State majors right here in York. No matter what class you take, the national reputation of Penn State will follow you throughout your career. Call Penn State York for a brochure. 771-4040. That's 771-4040.
Hello, this is Kevin Bankos, president of Ballyhoo Sports Academy at Heritage Hills Athletic Club. Ballyhoo is unlike any other program in the York area. We provide a total program to improve young athletes mentally as well as physically. At Ballyhoo, you'll train with the top coaches in the region and grow in your love for the sport. Our athletes compete at the highest levels in a variety of sports, from volleyball and basketball to lacrosse and softball. We are located in the 60,000 square foot Heritage Hills Athletic Club. This past year, 30 Ballyhoo athletes went on to play at the college level. You'll not only receive great coaching, but personal training and sports performance training as well. And as a Ballyhoo athlete, you are immediately enrolled in the Heritage Hills Passport to Perks program, offering discounts throughout the Heritage Hills Resort. Call 757-4833 or visit us online at ballyhoosportsacademy.com or everyonecanplayhh.com.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOYK.
Well, it was quite a first half, tale of 2 halves, really. And as Andy said, when we went to break, mirror images of each other, and because it was 20-5 Central after 1, Spring Grove took the second quarter 21-4, Andrew.
That's pretty good. You know, and that might be one of only 2 dunks, and I don't know how long I've been doing this with you, but we watched a lot of guys throw them down, you know, in the York High games and stuff. Most of the dunks we see here in York County are breakaway dunks when they're all by themselves. I mean, that young man went up there with the kid hanging on his back and threw it down with both hands.
And he's 6'1". He's not a real tall kid, you know. And,
I mean, that was impressive.
He elevated.
Yes, he did.
Well, I'll tell you what, Andy. You talked about in the first quarter, Central was hitting everything. Their switching defense was bothering Spring Grove. Spring Grove seemed to be trying to create space where there wasn't.
Right.
And what changed in the second quarter?
Second quarter, well, two things. Number one, Central couldn't throw it in the ocean.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And part of that is because Spring Grove's defense got better. Their man-to-man defense got much better in the second quarter. They were given wide open looks, and it was much easier to take those shots. In the second quarter, all those shots were contested. That being said, on the other end of the floor, Eli Brooks got hot and started taking shots. Instead of forcing into 2 and 3 guys, he was just creating on one man, and we got a couple of shots. He got a couple of easy buckets from Gordon, chipped in, so they were able to score. Central just wasn't able to put it in the hole, and most of that is because of Spring Grove's defense.
Yeah.
That's what changed.
Yeah, it's 26-24, Spring Grove leading here at halftime. It's the Flying Feet halftime show, so let's get our first half stats, Andy.
Right.
We'll start off with
Spring Grove. Okay. Well, Eli Brooks, nice line. He went, 5 of 6 from the foul line. He had 14 points with 3 deuces and 1 3. Darren Gordon, 2 small ones and 1 3 for 7. Grant Wireman had 1 3 for 3 points, and Johnny Sager had 1 short field goal. He had 2, so they have 26 on the board.
All right, and Eli Brooks also 7 rebounds in the first half, Andy, 4 steals and 2 assists. So that's a heck of a first half.
You were saying to me he's getting a lot of looks. That's the reason why. That's a nice line. That's a game line for most people.
And also Flaherty and Sager each with 3 rebounds as well for Spring Grove.
All right, now these stats for Central are interesting. Jared Wagner went 2 for 2 from the line in the first quarter, did not score in the second quarter.
Didn't play much. He had 2 fouls.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Nate Markey, 3 threes in the first quarter, 1 short field goal. He leads all scores with 11 for Central. Only 1 bucket in the second quarter. Ontario Edmonds, he had a 3, shot up there in the first quarter. He had 2. He's got 5. Courtney Batts did not score in the second quarter. He had a 3 and a 3-point Yolf 3 style play for 6 points. They have 24. They scored 4 points in the second quarter and just could not get anything going offensively.
No. And rebounding-wise, Jared Wagner, while he was in there, which is really mostly the first quarter, he had 4 rebounds, 3 steals, and 3 assists. So he was doing it all for Central, and they really missed him in that second quarter.
It's a war now. See, you got the tail of 2 coins, but right now James Brooks got exactly what he wants in a basketball game with Central, and Kevin Sheeler's got exactly what he did not want to happen with Spring Grove.
Yep. And an interesting thing, Brandon Stoneberg, covering the game tonight for the Daily Record and Game Time, told me that he talked to Brooks and he talked to Wagner, and he said they have great respect. They said, but each of them said, he asked, who's your toughest opponent separately, and they each said the other one. So Wagner and Brooks. So.
Wow.
All right, it's halftime. The Flying Feet halftime show. Spring Grove 26, Central 24. Take a break. Come back with what scores we have for our York Traditions Bank halftime scoreboard and get Andy's Coach's Pep Talk from your neighborhood family markets. Right after this on the High School Basketball Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Did you know that Shipley Energy can take care of all your energy needs? From heating oil and propane to providing your home with electricity and natural gas. We also provide heating and air conditioning service and installation. All of your energy needs are under one roof at Shipley Energy. To learn more, visit ShipleyEnergy.com. Call 855-4SHIPLEY and don't forget to ask about our $100 rebate. Shipley Energy. Energy for life.
Honey, did you call Window World yet?
Nope.
Well, it's starting to snow.
It's not too late. Don't wait another day. Call Window World and have your windows installed before winter. Plus, for a limited time, when you buy 2 6000 series windows, you get 1 free. Window World, simply the best for less. Call today, 866-779-0041.
Or online at windowworldpa.com. PA contractor number 2358.
My My name is Lou Laviton. I own a company called Sparkle Wash. We're a professional mobile pressure washing company, and I've been a customer of York Traditions for 5 years. We have fuel cards, we have a credit card, checking, we have small business loans, and the credit card deposit account, and it's real easy to keep everything together on the online system. Small business owners have to be realistic. There are bumps in the road, cash flow, purchasing of equipment, and what's been really interesting with York Traditions is you call them in good times, that's always great, you do your reviews, but what's best is when you call them when things are rough and you need help, because these guys also serve as good advisors for small business, and you're not judged, it's simply working together for a good solution, side by side. When things are tough is where a bank will shine. It really is about building the relationship, and this is what York Traditions does. Small business has to appreciate that.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And we're back at Central. Ron Room and Andy Bria here. It's halftime, the Flying Feet halftime show. Spring Grove 26, Central 24. A quick look at our York Traditions Bank scores. Don't have a lot so far, but what we have, Gettysburg leading Suburban 39-20. These are all halftime. Northeastern 60. Susquehannock 35. That's a lot of points in that.
This is why I do not bet on athletic sporting events.
No, Ben Ferree on the scene for us there, and Eliza Kravitz is over at Eastern. A good one there. Dover trailing Eastern 23-19 at the half. That's what we have so far. We hope to get at least a couple more scores. We'll pass them along as we do. Now our coach's pep talk from your neighborhood family markets. All right, James Brooks, he had to be happy with the second 8 minutes.
Well, he was, and you know, maybe a little bit of that first quarter was because they did not play on a weekend. But right now his defense is tightened up. He's getting his guys loose. They're better spacing. So what they got to do in the second half. The other thing I think that bothered Central was they picked them up full court in the second quarter, and it slowed them down a little bit. So I think he needs to use a little more of that press against Central. Other side of the coin for Kevin Sheeler, his guys got to get back to doing what they do best. 5-man basketball, get away from the three. The three's not the only thing in the game. They were hitting them, that's fine. You get an open look and you're a three-point shooter, shoot it. But I think he needs to get the ball inside with Wagner and a couple of these other guys and go on the glass.
All right, our coach's pep talk from your neighborhood family markets, getting you ready for tailgating for the football playoffs and bowl season coming up. All right, Central has it. Start the second half. They come to the basket near us. We're in the end zone, and Jared Wagner out there now with those two fouls. Gives it to Nate Markey in the corner. He is picked up there by Grant Wireman. Skip pass all the way over to Soba Stanovic in the other elbow. And back out front to Wagner, who drives to the free throw line, pulls it back. Markey gives it back to Wagner, drives baseline, takes it up in traffic and hits it. Nice drive by Jared Wagner, his first bucket.
And that time he went to the basket, and he did it because he shot faked and got the kid defender off his feet.
Brooks out front with it versus Spring Grove against the man-man defense of Central. Right side, Johnny Sager. Left side back to Brooks now at the elbow. Low post they go to Gordon, and he backs in, and they draws the foul. That was, we call the offensive foul. They say through the elbow, and that is the second on Darren Gordon. That was a little bit of a flop, if you ask me, but they didn't. So
I don't think we're that good that we're going to call the flops, please.
Okay. And a step back three by Wagner. That won't go, and a strong rebound by Darren Gordon, his third.
That's the other thing. Spring Grove, I think, is leaning to rebounding in this game, if I'm not mistaken.
I believe they are, although it's not a big difference.
Not a big difference,
yeah.
But
right side now, this is Grant Wireman. Wireman to Liam Flaherty in the corner. Back out front to Brooks. Near steal by Wagner. Brooks has it, drives down the right side in traffic, puts it up too strong, and a long rebound is batted out, and Flaherty gets it, his fourth. Back to Brooks, and Brooks is fouled as he drives into the paint. He may get Ontario Edmonds for the reach here.
Yeah, but he's playing a little out of control right there. 1-1.
Yep, and that is 2 on Ontario Edmonds, the 6'2 senior. So it will be Spring Grove ball under their bucket.
You got the kid on the block, and he wouldn't give it up.
Flaherty with it in the far corner. Liam drives out, top of the key to Wireman. Wireman right side to Sager, and the they call the reach-in foul that time on Tommy O'Neill, I'm sorry. So that's his second. And Brooks out front.
Right, and right there, right down in that 1-4 low, that's when Brooks ought to take him.
Sager gives it up to Flaherty. Flaherty at the top of the key. Edmonds right on him, and Flaherty gives it up to Sager, still beyond the arc. And they get it over to Darren Gordon, almost stolen by Edmonds. Gordon with it on the dribble now to between the circles to the free throw line, backing him in, stops, gives it up to Brooks. Brooks at the left elbow. Back to Gordon, head fake on the three, pulls up from about 15 on the left side, a little strong, and Edmonds with the rebound, his third.
Well, we're tied at 26, so Central got the only bucket right now.
Yep, and they give it up to Markey. Markey back to Edmonds. Edmonds over to Sobostanovic. Nico gives it up now to Markey, top of the key, back to Tommy O'Neill at the left elbow. He dribbles out top and skips it to Ontario Edmonds at the right elbow. Edmonds on the dribble, gives it up to Markey. Good man-to-man defense here.
Absolutely, and this is what they picked up in the second quarter, Spring Grove.
Out front, here's, Markey went up and down. That's traveling as the defense came, and so that will be a turnover to the Rockets.
He just should have shot it. He was there. He had it.
Yep. Cade Burdett reports from downtown York High 49, Southwestern 22 at the half. So Northeastern and York High going for some NBA scores here tonight. All right, we'll keep
tough to make them York Bearcats mad.
Yeah.
You know.
Brooks drives down the left side, and before the basket it went in, but they're going to call the foul on Central before the hoop. And the foul is, was that Sobostanovic? Was that 31?
No.
Yep.
Yeah, 31.
And that is 2 on Nico. So 4 guys for Central with 2 personal fouls now.
It's not one of my favorite names in the league this year. It's the longest. Okay?
It certainly is.
All right.
Brooks pulls up from the free throw line. Can't get it to go. Rebound by Wagner, his 5th. Hustles it into the front court. Back to Sobostanovic, right side to Markey. Drives to the free throw line. Kicks it over to Wagner. Passed on the 3. Drives and goes to Edmonds in the near corner. Back out to Wagner, and they swing it over now to O'Neill. His 3 is good. Tommy O'Neill with the tray. And the feed by Markey, and Central takes a 2-point lead, 28-26 at the other end.
We're going to count that
basket is good by Brooks, and they call a foul. Kevin Sheeler can't believe it.
Who was that, Liam Flaherty? No, Brooks. I'm sorry.
That was Brooks. And the foul is on, it can't be 23. That's Brooks. That's the wrong number. So I'm not sure who the foul was on. There's not a 23 out there for Central. I think it was on Edmonds. Brooks is going to shoot the free throw, try and break the, it's on O'Neill, and that's O'Neill's 3rd. So 4:44 left in the 3rd quarter. We're tied at 28, and
not
free
anymore.
throw good. Brooks gives them the lead at 29-28. So we have a good one. We thought we might, and we do.
What do we got?
They're not allowing the substitution, I believe. Edmonds was going to come in for O'Neill, but they said he didn't get there in time, so I'll have to wait till the next dead ball. So O'Neill will be out there with 3 fouls for a moment. And Central inbounds it against a full court press. Markey gets it into O'Neill and gets it back. Nate Markey will bring it up against Darren Gordon. Into the front court now to Courtney Batts, who's checked in. He drives into the paint and is fouled there. That's going to be on Johnny Sager, and that'll be 2 on him. I think they're starting to call this a little more closely, as perhaps they're...
Than they were early? Yeah. Really? Yeah. I've never seen that before, half to half.
Jake Messersmith checks in for Spring Grove, as does Drew Gordon, as Grant Wireman and Johnny Sager will sit down. Central ball trailing by a point. 4:35 left in the 3rd. Nice drive to the hoop by Wagner, but a little out of control. Couldn't finish. Edmonds with the rebound, and he's fouled as he takes it back up.
He is not bashful, Mr. Edmonds.
He's a space eater inside, and
he's a
fouls on
big man.
Messersmith, who just checked in. So Ontario Edmonds' first free throws of the season. The 6'2 senior has 5 points tonight and 4 rebounds and an assist. And free throw is good. And we're tied at 29. All right, we'll run down the scores for you in a moment. Still waiting, hopefully, for York Catholic and Dallastown Red Line scores to come in, but haven't gotten them yet. Edmonds' second free throw is good, and then the Central takes a 30-29 lead.
We've only missed one free throw in this game. That's unusual.
That is early
compared to last year.
Yeah, really. No kidding. All right, Spring Grove with it in the front court. Flaherty in the corner to Brooks. Brooks Gives it to Flaherty in the corner, and he's trying to feed it on a low post to Darren Gordon, but it was kicked out of bounds, I think, by Wagner, and it will stay with Spring Grove.
The one thing they did much better, Spring Grove, in the second quarter was reversing the basketball. That time the basketball stayed on their offensive right side of the floor the whole time. That plays right into the defense for Central.
Messersmith into Brooks. Brooks dribbles out front against Batts at the elbow right side. Now to the free throw line, spins and gives it up to Gordon. Thought about a three, pass back to Brooks. He fakes the three, steps back now behind the arc, too strong, and a rebound by Wagner, his sixth.
I didn't think he needed to step back. He should have shot the little deuce he had.
Yep. Wagner tried to feed it inside, batted away, and Brooks gets his fifth steal of the game, feeds it over to Darren Gordon, tried to lob it.
Yeah, he wanted the alley-oop.
Little too cute that time, and at the other end, Jared Wagner with the layup off the feed by Courtney Batts, and Central's up by 3, 32-29.
That cost you a deuce trying to be cute that time.
Yep. Brooks on the left side, drives the free throw line out front. They go to Messersmith left side, an open three for Darren Gordon, and it is good. Darren Gordon can hit that his second of the night.
Yes, he can.
And it's we tie it up now at 32 with 3:20 left in the third. Batts lost it out front. It's picked up by Flaherty. Flaherty to the hoop, and he hits it. Liam Flaherty on the steal and the bucket, and as Spring Grove takes the 2-point lead. Back at the other end, reverse layup by Jared Wagner. He banks it home.
And a little bit of playing to the student section,
a little
too.
bit, yeah.
Huh?
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit, that's all right. Enjoy yourself.
34-34, we are tied, and a foul is called on the Central Panthers. It is on Courtney Batts with the block. That is one on him. 15 foul on Central and a half. Spring Grove has 3. 2:53 left in the third, 34 apiece, as Evan Zulato and Garrett Markey check in for Central, and for Spring Grove, Austin Panther, a 5'11 junior.
Central going to have to behave themselves. You don't want to make this a free throw shooting contest this early.
Gordon jumper at the free throw line off the right, rebound by Panther, and he gets it back to Messersmith. Messersmith out to Gordon. Gordon on the dribble, goes in the corner to Panther. Panther gives it up to Messersmith. And there's a steal by Wagner. Wagner anticipating it, takes it to the hoop and lays it in.
Wagner's got 8 on 4 short deuces in this quarter.
And 4 steals in the game.
He just is in the right position.
He anticipates the pass extremely well.
Yes, he does.
Brooks, top of the key, pulls up from about 16. That's no good. Rebound inside is pulled in by Garrett Markey, and he gets it off to Wagner. Wagner pushes it now to Nate Markey on the left side, pulls up from about 15 there, a little strong. Long rebound to Sobostanovic, and Nico will reset it for the Panthers. Kevin Sheeler directs traffic from the sideline as Spring Grove gets ready to make a couple of substitutions. On the right side, he's open for 3. Yes. Got to get out on him as he drains it.
He had 3, that's 4 now, and again, but wide open. Here comes the one
Flaherty
on the other
3.
end.
That's off the back of the rim. No, we have a foul inside on Spring Grove. Going for the rebound. I think they're going to get Panther on the push-off, and that is the call. So his first, 4th on the team, and it is Central basketball. And we have a report in from Anthony Nalo, a good one at Dallastown. The Wildcats leading Red Line 25-24 at the half.
That's a kind of game.
Yeah.
That's a Red Line Dallastown game. You know?
Yep.
They're slugging. It's probably blood in that game.
I would think so. So we will keep you posted, and thanks to all of our interns for the great job they're doing. And ball out of bounds is going to stay with Central. Panthers leading by 5 with $1:33 left here in the third. Our opening game of the season. Glad you're with us. We're back Thursday. York at Red Lion, and Friday, Northeastern at Dover.
We've had some good York and Red Line games.
Yes, we have. Oh, there's a lob, and left short by Markey. They try to throw the lob. It's pulled in by Johnny Sager, and Spring Grove in the front court. Darren Gordon left side, and Sager is open from 15. That is short, though, and a good box out, but nobody went to get the ball.
On the line.
And Spring Grove got it, but stepped on the line.
This is where Coach Brooks has got to get his kids to be disciplined. They're down 5 right now in a real tight contest. You got to make every offensive possession count, and you got to be tight on that day.
Garrett Markey gets it in to Nate Markey, and he will bring it up one-on-one on Darren Gordon. Into the front court, Sobostanovic at the left elbow. Panther on him. Sobostanovic drives baseline and
check.
Call the hand check. They are really calling the hand checks this year.
There might have been a point of emphasis, but
it was, yeah.
We should find out, and I'll ask one of them. I hope to get to one of them this week. But
Austin Panthers.
They weren't calling it in the first half.
Yeah. Second personal on him. 5 team fouls apiece now with 1:09 left in the third. And Wagner to inbound at baseline and throws it to Markey. Markey near center court. Gordon on him. Gets it to Wagner at the left elbow. Back out front. They swing it the other way.
Oh, he's wide open.
And
Gave
Wagner,
it to him late.
And then Wagner trying to feed it back outside, but it's going to be a backcourt violation. So it will be Spring Grove basketball as Courtney Batts checks in for Central with 56 seconds left in the third, and Central up 39-34.
And this is where Spring Grove has got to be smart if they want to get back in this game. They got to run their stuff here. You can't just force it up.
Brooks out front to the free throw line, gives it up to Panter, back to Gordon. Brooks dribbling with Batts on him, gives it up to Panter. He pops a shot off the back of the iron. That won't go, but an offensive rebound is pulled in and then lost. Batts has it. Batts takes it to the bucket. The left-handed shot is good by Courtney Batts.
That was a nice play by the young man.
Yep.
Protected the ball from the defender. Was well done.
41-34 now. Central up by 7. Their largest lead since...
and again, fundamentally sound basketball.
Three-pointer in the corner won't go for Brooks with a follow by Jonathan Sager, and the stick back is good.
You got to put a body on a young man. Somebody got to put a body on him.
41-36, 5 seconds left. Batts near midcourt. Gordon all over him, gets the steal. Ball's on the floor. That's it. Did not get the shot off in time. We have played 3. Our score is Central 41 and Spring Grove 36. The final 8 minutes coming your way next. Don't go away. It's the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Has the recent road construction on Market Street or Route 30 in York bothered you? Well, it's for sure that it's bothered the steering and suspension on your vehicle. At Fink's Garage, we've been straightening cars out for nearly 90 years. Call and let us align your car. Fink's Garage, a Napa Auto Care Center. 717-854-5175. That's 717-854-5175. Remember, being broken down stinks. Let us repair your car at Fink's.
Hi, I'm Spring Grove basketball coach James Brooks. You're listening to the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Payne doesn't take Sunday off. Neither do we. We're open weekdays 8 to 8 and weekends 9 to 6. Just walk into WellSpan Urgent Orthopedics, 2319 South George Street in York, across from the Apple Hill Health Campus. Visit wellspan.org/urgent orthopedics today.
Mornings at 9. Dan Patrick on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK.
And we are back. We have played 3. It's been a good one. And it's Central 41, Spring Grove 36 after 3. Get to the rest of the scores we have when we have a moment. Spring Grove basketball. They attack the far basket now. And Eli Brooks has it. Guarded by Courtney Batts. Between the circles, he dribbles. Left side, they go to Darren Gordon. Gordon with Evan Zalata on him. Now to Drew Gordon, the sophomore. And gives it up to Liam Flaherty, and back out to Darren Gordon. His 3 won't go, and the rebound is brought down by Garrett Markey for Central. And Markey, the 6'1 sophomore, brings it into the front court and gives it up to Tommy O'Neill. O'Neill with the right elbow. Picks up his dribble, goes in the corner to Markey, around the screen. He's open for 3, missed it, but a rebound pulled down by Zulata, and he will go back out and they'll reset it.
I tell you got to control the boards. Yep. Fundamentally sound basketball from Central.
Markey with it at the right elbow. Nate is having a good scoring night here for Central. In the corner they go to Garrett Markey, the younger brother, and skip it over there to Zulata. Drives in the paint, a lot of contact off the back of the rim, won't go, but he will get 2 free throws. And the Spring Grove foul is on Johnny Sager. It's his 3rd. And to the line is the 6'4 junior Evan Zulata. Hasn't scored yet tonight, does have 3 rebounds.
One of the few Panthers who's been on the floor that has not put up a bucket.
And he missed the first free throw. It's a loose rim at this end. And Grant Wireman, the 6'4 senior, checks in now for Johnny Sager for Spring Grove. Second free throw to come now for Zulata. And that's good. So that makes it 42-36 with 7 minutes exactly left in the basketball game. In the front court comes Darren Gordon. Gordon dribbles to the right side. Markey on him, gives it up to Brooks between the circles. Right side, Flaherty in the corner now to Wireman. He dribbles it out front, gives it to Brooks. Brooks pops a deep three over Batts, rattled around and fell away, and the rebound by Zulata. Traveled after he got the rebound, now lost his balance, and that turnover will give it to Spring Grove.
That defense for Spring Grove is really tightened up here. Late third quarter, now early fourth quarter.
So Spring Grove will inbound it under their hoop. Wireman will inbound it, gets it to Brooks at the right elbow, back out front to Gordon, to Wireman, low post now to Drew Gordon, and he gives it up in the corner to Brooks out front. Darren Gordon pops a three off the left side. It is good. Smooth one motion. Darren Gordon off a Brooks feed, and Spring Grove cuts it to three.
That's 3 threes he's got.
A steal by Brooks. Brooks takes it to the hoop and count the basket, and a foul on Nate Markey, his third, as Brooks created the contact that time as he took the ball to the hoop, but got the call and got the shot banking it home.
This kid's got some game. He's got some game.
6'1" junior.
Makes the steal. Nice body control going up, draws the contact, and then makes the layup.
Has 19 points tonight, going for his 20th on the line.
Only scored 3 in that third quarter. Same way he's just about to do this on that three-point play.
6 of 7 from the line so far. Also has 7 rebounds, 6 steals, and 4 assists, and missed the free throw. Jinxed him.
Yeah, we talked him right down.
The rebound by Zulata in the corner. Pass blocked by Drew Gordon, out of bounds. But the rejection by Gordon, who got up high, the 6'1" sophomore. We'll stay with Central, though. And
Batts took his time there, like he was the only man on the floor.
And Batts inbounding it, gets it into Markey. Markey with Darren Gordon on him, out front to O'Neal. O'Neal to Batts. Foul line extended right side into the corner. He dribbles, lobs it inside to Zulata, double teamed and knocked away, and picked up in there for a
good defense that time
by Wireman. Wireman to Brooks in the corner. Gordon fakes the three, got up in the air, had nowhere to go, bailed out by Flaherty, and Liam has it at the top of the key.
And this defense by Central has really bothered them in the second half.
Brooks on the left side, dribbling, gives it up to Flaherty between the circles. Right side now to Wireman, and back to Brooks. Brooks left it and is picked up by Wagner, passed it to kind of nobody. Wagner's 5th steal, scoots it across the Batts for 3 on the right side. It's good.
I'll tell you, when he set it up like that, absolutely, Wagner just looking for the open man and found Batts across court.
45-41, Central by 4, 5:10 left in the game. Out front, the dribble is by Wireman, and he's fouled. They're going to get Batts on the hand check. They're calling him. That's too important.
And he was just hanging on, so we're shooting.
Yep, 17 foul, so the 1-and-1 will come as Zulata and Batts go to the bench for Central. 1-and-1 coming now for Grant Wireman, the 6'4" senior, not been to the line yet tonight.
Now, you want to win this game, and you're Spring Grove, and you've never beaten Central, and you're in there, Jim, you've got to make every one of these in the fourth quarter.
And he makes the front end, so he'll get the bonus. He has 4 points now. It's 45-42, Panthers by 3, 5:03 remaining.
And if you want, the other thing is, it becomes now a coaching duel.
Wireman second, that's good as well. So he has 5 on the night, and he brings his team within 2. Full court press now, and they get it to Wagner. Wagner, and he feeds it inside to Edmonds, who didn't handle the pass, and we have a held ball inside, and going to stay with Central, I believe, on the alternate possession.
Yes.
So Central ball under their bucket. Markey will inbound it and get it into Edmonds. Edmonds back out front to Wagner, around a screen by Sobastanovic. Nothing there, gives it up to Edmonds, or to O'Neal in the corner. Back out to Wagner, over to Markey. Markey fakes the 3, drives into the paint, puts up a runner from 8 feet. Does not go, but he draws the foul, and Nate will shoot a pair.
And that's a smart play. If you look at Central, they pull the ball away, okay? They pull the ball out, spread the floor, get nice spacing. Then when they are able to pass it, they're able to just go to the basket and draw that foul.
First one by Markey is good. Got the roll, shooter's roll. That foul was on Grant Wireman. It is his second. And Central's lead is now 3:46-43, 4:45 left.
4-3's a deuce, and that's his first free throw.
Second free throw for the 6'2 senior. Nothing but net on that one, and Central's lead extends to 47-43. Eli Brooks dribbles it into the front court, picked up by O'Neal, gives it up now to Wireman. Wireman dribbles all the way around and lost his footing. The pivot foot pulled when the front foot went out from under him, and the turnover on the travel to Central.
This is where you got to concentrate. This is where Mr. Eli Brooks, he's going to have to take over, even though he's a junior. And I don't mean take over and expect it. He's got to score the points. He's got to make everybody around him better.
Nate Markey brings it up against Darren Gordon. One-on-one, good defense by Gordon to give it up to Ontario Edmonds at the right elbow. Edmonds dribbles to the free throw line, out front to Wagner. Wagner, nothing doing around a screen, gives it up to Edmonds. Edmonds turns, Brooks on him, swiping at the ball. Edmonds on the dribble to the free throw line into the paint, and they're going to call...
Oh, no. Offensive.
Yeah, on Edmonds, they call the charge. That's 3 on him, so Brooks takes the charge, and it's Spring Grove ball down by 4, 4:16 left. Halftime scores as we have them. Dallastown 25, Red Lion 24, York High 49, Southwestern 22. Get you a few more in a moment as a timeout is called by James Brooks. Also halftime, Eastern 23, Dover 19, Northeastern 60, Susquehannock 35, and Gettysburg leading Suburban 39-20. Timeout here brought to you by your neighborhood family markets. Central by 4, 4:11 left on the high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Stony Brook Family Restaurant, located at 3560 East Market Street in York, is open for breakfast, lunch, and dinner from 5 a.m. to 9 p.m. Completely remodeled, Stony Brook is the home of good food and hospitality at reasonable prices. Proudly serving the York area for over 30 years, Stony Brook is family-owned and now also serves beer and wine. For home cooking, homemade soup, steaks, seafood, our famous roasted chicken, or just about anything, visit Stony Brook Family Restaurant, 3560 East Market Street in York.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
And we are back here at Central. Ron Ruman and Andy Bria with you with 4:11 left in the basketball game, and Central leading Spring Grove 47-43. Okay, Andy, tight game, 4 minutes left. What's the key down the stretch, buddy?
Down the stretch, okay. Central right now, just keep doing what you're doing, which tough defense, all right, play it. But it looks like what Coach Schiller's got him doing on the other end now. Forget the 3. You don't need the 3. You got a 4-point lead. You need to score. Deuces. Go to the basket. Go to the basket. Go to the basket and make your free throws. That's his set. On the other end of the floor, I think you're going to use Brooks as a decoy. If you can get him open for a good look, let him shoot it, but he's got to get other people involved if they want to win this game.
Spring Grove basketball as they attack the far basket, left side, and Wireman had it open 3, passed on it. And Markey's on him now, and the ball's knocked away by Wagner. Wireman gets it back, gives it up to Brooks. He's a 3 from the left side, and a little short, and out of bounds off of Spring Grove. Looked like it might have gone off of Edmonds, but the official right there says it went off the guy in the blue jersey. So Central basketball.
And again, I know he likes that shot, but it might not be the shot you want. That 3, that open look for a 3, that might not be the shot you want right now.
Wagner will bring it up one-on-one against Liam Flaherty, and Jarrett is into the front court to the free throw line. Right side of O'Neal. O'Neal back to Wagner. Wagner, the veteran, 3-year starter here for Kevin Sheeler. And out front with it is Nico Sobostanovic.
Oh, he was wide open under the basket.
And Nico missed him now. Nico in some trouble, needs some help, gets it off to O'Neal right in the Panther at center court.
But look how far out Central is. Look at the spacing they get.
And O'Neal with it on the left side, back to Markey. They're pulling it out a little bit here. Maybe. Off Wagner's foot and picked up by Gordon. Gordon to Brooks and knocked away by Wagner. That was out of bounds, I think, off Brooks. The officials are going to talk about it. They call a foul.
Wow.
Oh, the outside official calls the foul on Jared Wagner. You can hear the reaction of the fans. That is 3 on Jared. And that's going to be 2 free throws coming for Eli Brooks. He took it hard to the hoop. Wagner got the hand on the ball. The official says it also got some of the arm. And so 2 shots coming for Eli Brooks.
Last guy I want to put on the line, though he missed his last one.
Yeah.
He's got an issue right now with a leg. Okay, I'm not sure what the issue is, but he's hurt.
He's walking around right at the free throws.
I don't know if it's the ankle or the knee, but that's the second time I've seen him do this in the second half.
And the 6'1 junior to the line now, and the first is off to the right,
Yeah,
and he's hurting. It looks like the right leg.
Right. I don't know if it's a cramp or what. It looks like the way he's holding it's going to be a cramp.
And
I'll tell you what, it's going to be tough to bring him off the floor.
Johnny Sager is up ready to come in. He tells Eli Brooks tells his dad James, "I don't want to come out."
Right. Well, he's a player.
Yep.
Exactly what he's supposed to say.
Second free throw is good. It's 47-44, Central by 3, and Eli Brooks will take a seat, and the trainer will take a look at him. Yep, they're going to work on that right calf. So
yep, that's exactly what it is. It's a cramp.
Markey inbounds it, gets it into Nico Sobostanovic. Back to Markey. Markey working it up one-on-one against Darren Gordon. The trap comes at half court to get it to Sobostanovic in the front court. Back to Markey now. Markey and Wagner will handle it as much as possible. Markey to the right side in the corner to O'Neal. O'Neal back out front to Sobostanovic. Nico gives it up to Nate Markey, and he pops a deep three, and it rims out, and we have a foul inside. A foul on, not sure who it's on. I think
20? Spring Grove.
Looks
20.
like Edmonds is going to...
It's going to be on a young Gordon, I believe.
All right.
I believe.
They never did tell us. And...
no.
25. No, Johnny Sager.
Right.
That's his fourth.
That's fourth. That could be trouble.
Yep. And he's coming out now as Eli Brooks checks back in, so hopefully he got that worked out. And Ontario Edmonds to the line for 2. He is 2 of 2 tonight. And he'll look to extend his team's 3-point lead with 2:46 remaining in the basketball game. And the first one is good. So he is 3 of 3 at the stripe.
Very confident at the line.
Yep. And the second one on the way. Well, it will be in a moment. He didn't get the ball yet.
Now remember, both of these coaches have burned a lot of timeouts here.
Yep.
They don't have a lot coming down the stretch.
Well, that's 2 for Spring Grove, 3 for Central. Second one by Edmonds is good, so he's 2 of 2 at the stripe in pressure situation, and Central's lead is 4. And into the front court is Darren Gordon. Gordon dribbles with the left hand, gives it up to Brooks to left elbow, back to Gordon in the corner. He drives baseline, cut off there by O'Neal, and they're going to reach in foul on Wagner, and that's going to be 4 on Jared. I believe that's the call. Yep. That's 4 on Jared Wagner. And a one-on-one coming now for Darren Gordon.
You cannot afford... Now, what do you do with him? You leave him out there? You want to have to leave him out there.
I think with 2:33 left, yep. Gordon up into the free throw line yet tonight. The 6'3 senior has 13 points and missed it. And that's 10 fouls, so that's on Central. So 2 shots. And now Wagner goes to the bench for a moment. Courtney Batts comes in, so maybe they'll go offense-defense.
I think it's a good call by Coach. You know, he's got a 5-point lead.
Yeah.
They can cut it to 4 here.
Free throw's good by Darren Gordon, so 4-point lead.
So they missed one, made the second. 2.5
left, and pressure, the double team, and they call a foul against Spring Grove, and it's going to be Courtney Batts come to the other end to shoot the 1-on-1, as I think the foul is on, it's on Liam Flaherty, so that's his first. And Courtney Batts to shoot a 1-on-1 at the other end. He's 1 of 1 at the line tonight. We have our first final in tonight. Thank my friend Katie Gordon. York Catholic over Littlestown 70-55. So Blaine Claiborne gets his first win for the Irish.
He's going to get a lot more of them too.
Batts, the 6'2 junior, on the line, and off the back of the rim, no, and the rebound is pulled in by Darren Gordon. He pushes it into the front court right side now to Wireman. Wireman on the low post to Drew Gordon, back out to Brooks. Brooks over to Gordon, left side now to Liam Flaherty. Flaherty drives to the free throw line, right side to Drew Gordon. Out front to Eli Brooks with Markey on him. Brooks left-hand dribble in the paint, pulls up from 13, off the back of the rim, no, and a rebound by Nate Markey. Good defense by Markey.
Yep, and now let's see what they do here. Let's see what Coach wants.
Markey into the front court, man-to-man defense. Markey to the baseline, drives through, gives it to O'Neal, back out to Edmonds, over to Batts and to Sobostanovic. Sobostanovic dribbles, and Wagner still on the bench, standing up and cheering for his teammates. Markey high post to Batts.
See,
Batts has it stolen.
He got in trouble. Get it out of there. I don't understand.
Stolen by Drew Gordon.
And neither does Kevin Sheeler.
Comes Darren Gordon. Wagner getting ready to check back in for Central. Brooks out front. Central by 4. 1:30 left in the game. Brooks to the baseline, and we have a traveling call as he slid. That's 2 or 3 times Spring Grove's guys have slid on the floor tonight. Don't see any moisture or anything out there.
No.
And Courtney Batts to the bench. Jared Wagner in.
Yeah, he's going to the bench because Coach was trying to run clock there, and he just got too deep.
Markey needs some help, gets it into O'Neill, back to Markey. He'll work it up now. The double team comes.
Oh, no.
And he almost threw it away. He did throw it away, out of bounds. So he tried to hit O'Neill as the double team came in the backcourt, and Markey threw it to the right of Tommy O'Neill. It goes out of bounds, so Spring Grove gets it on the TO.
Central's trying to give it back.
Yep, 84 seconds remain. A timeout is taken by Spring Grove. It's Central 49, Spring Grove 45, 124 left. We're back after this in the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK and GameTimePA.com.
Kochman and Conkle Insurance Group, part of the Keystone Insurers Group, can save you 15 to 50% for just 15 minutes of your time. We customize plans for your needs and find you the best rate and protection. Discounts for good driver, good student, homeowners, renters, and multiple policies. Plus health, life, and all types of business insurance. Locally owned by Rudy and Pam Kochman, 3217 East Market Street, York. Call 854-0300 or online at KIGYork.com. Kochman and Conkle Insurance Group, a proud supporter of local high school sports.
Hi, I'm Central York boys basketball coach Kevin Sheeler. You're listening to the high school basketball game of the week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on Sports Radio 1350 WOYK. First in York, first in sports.
Ron Room and Andy Bria with you. Jamie Evans on the video for game time. Buck 24 left, Central 49, Spring Grove 45, Rocket basketball, and they will be in the front court.
Spring Grove's got to get something easy or go to the foul line. And then at the other end, it's up to coach to know, to tell his players who he wants them to foul, when he wants them to foul, depending on how long the possession goes.
Darren Gordon dribbles to the left elbow for Spring Grove. Goes to Brooks on the baseline, turnaround jumper from 12, rattles out. Edmonds had it, lost it, ball's loose, batted around, comes out to Brooks. Brooks to Flaherty. Flaherty working on Wagner. Jared has 4 fouls, needs to be careful. Brooks with it on the left side now. And gives it in the paint to Drew. Gordon feeds it to Wireman on the baseline. That jumper rattles around and won't go, and Wagner with a 7th rebound. Gets it off to Markey. We're under a minute, 52 seconds. Central in the front court. Back to Markey, over to Edmonds, back out to Wagner, and to Markey.
Now when do you foul?
Yep.
And who do you foul? That's the wrong guy there to foul.
Foul at Edmonds. The foul was on Wireman. Gordon.
Wrong. That's wrong.
Edmonds is 4 of 4 tonight. Ontario Edmonds will go to the free throw line. It's double bonus all the way around now.
If this game finishes with Central winning, this is a big win for them.
Yeah.
Early in the season.
Yes, it is.
Because this is a good basketball team they're playing.
Yep. Edmonds, the 6'2 senior, hits it. He is 5 of 5 at the stripe tonight. Has 10 points.
Should have never said that.
I know.
I've been biting my tongue. You should have never said that.
Well, I'm just reporting the facts.
Let's see what happens. Maybe it's a different year this year.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Okay.
Second free throw. Yeah, maybe it's good.
Maybe.
All right.
That's why I was biting my tongue over here. I got blood.
I know. 51-45. Still a 2-possession game, though. And Gordon gives it up to Brooks. Brooks at the arc right side. On the baseline, they go to Wireman. Wireman drives in the paint outside to Darren Gordon for 3. It's good. Darren Gordon off the nice feed from Wireman.
Another 3.
Yep. So it's a 3-point game. 23 seconds left. Kevin Sheeler takes the timeout. He's still got 2 left. It will be Central basketball when we inbounded with 23 seconds remaining. 51-48, Central leading both teams in the double bonus.
Well, we got the game we wanted.
Yes, we did. Yep, and I'll tell you what, folks, at the end of 1, it was 20-5 Central. The second quarter, Spring Grove won 21-4, so they led by a bucket at halftime. Central took the third period 17-10, and so by that I can surmise that Spring Grove has outscored Central by 4 here in the fourth quarter, and the Panthers have a 3-point lead. So it has been good. I coming in here, I would have picked Spring Grove just on the basis of what they had coming back. Folk, some of you may have been expecting to hear the name of Charlie Gingrich here for Central tonight, a starter in the post for them the last 2 years. He just decided he didn't want to play this year, and that's okay. There's other things in life besides basketball, but he, at 6'4", a real presence inside, and he wasn't here. Saxton graduated, moved on. I just thought with everything Spring Grove has coming back, with Central, a lot of new guys learning to come in, I thought this might be the Rockets' night, and it may yet be, but it's been an impressive performance, I think, by Central.
I did too, but they were going to have to play really well. Central is just, like I said earlier, fundamentally sound.
Yep.
And that's because of their coach.
All right, Nate Markey will inbound it. We throw it off the back of Wireman and picked it up in bounds. What a heady play, out of bounds off Brooks. Oh, I remember Titus Ivory did that for Penn State about 20 years ago in a game once.
That's it. That was fun. Now that's having fun out there.
Well, Wireman had his back turned, and Markey threw it off his back and picked it up. Now a triple team of Wagner at center court, and he's fouled. So he will go to the line to shoot two, and the foul is on Liam Flaherty. That is his second.
So he needs to make one. Needs to make one.
They called it on Darren Gordon, so that's his fourth. That's a big call. I thought they said 22. All right, the first one by Wagner is good. Jared Wagner.
And I'm telling you, I'm putting this one in the book.
All right.
All right?
Mark it.
Mark it.
So Bostanovic in and Garrett Markey out. Second one coming for Wagner. It's a 4-point lead, 16 seconds left. Second one, no, missed it. Rebound by Brooks. And here comes Eli pushing it into the front court. Two-possession game, kicks it in the corner. Flaherty for three. Nope, air ball grabbed by Sobostanovic. And he dribbles out of trouble and then is fouled. So Flaherty had a good look, and he can hit that three.
Yes, he can.
But not that time. So Sobostanovic will shoot. That one has to be on Flaherty, and it is. That's his second. And Nico Sobostanovic, the 6'2 junior, has not scored tonight, has not been to the line either. He gets two here, but just 5 seconds left. First one's on the way, rattled out. He will get the second. But Central just needs to get out of the way.
Right, that's all. Left. Just yeah. Let him play. It's a two-possession game.
And he makes it. The second one, it's a 5-point game. And Spring Grove will inbound it. They get it into Gordon. Darren Gordon at midcourt to the top of the key, drives down the lane and hits the layup. And Spring Grove gets a timeout with 1/10 of a second left.
Can't do nothing with it. Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So Gordon drove the lane. It's
teaching moment.
Yeah, 53-50. And Spring Grove uses its fourth timeout. And York High has defeated Southwestern 84-50. So thanks to Cade Burdett for the scores. He'll have his report tomorrow, folks, on Sports Radio 1350. So tune in for that. And all of our interns, again, these young folks doing a good job, and we thank them. So York High goes to 2-1 on the year. But this is an interesting game tonight now, and with 1/10 of a second left, I mean, Central just has to kind of heave it down the floor.
Yeah,
really.
You just get out of the way.
Yeah.
Get somebody to touch it. You almost can't foul. You can't do anything.
No, you can't. You can't even you can't catch and shoot in the 10th. So.
No.
But so Spring Grove still hasn't beaten Central.
Again, Central had 2 games under their belt.
Yeah, they did. That's right.
And in the first quarter, even though they expended a lot of energy, Spring Grove looked completely out of sorts.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, they turned around, and after Central drained everything they shot in the first quarter, their percentage went into the tank in the second quarter, and then we had a game.
Yep.
But I believe coaching too at this point. Coach Schiller been around a lot of years. He's done a lot of this, and he coached a good game coming down the stretch. It's over.
Yep, and there it is, and that's your final score as Central hangs on to win it by a score of 53-50 over the Spring Grove Rockets. But I have a feeling we're going to see both of these teams down the stretch this season. So there's your final. Central 53, Spring Grove 50. We're going to take a break and come back with the Griffith, Strickler, Lariman, Solomus, and Calkins postgame show. After this, you are listening to the High School Basketball Game of the Week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine on your home for local sports, Sports Radio 1350 WOYK and GameTimePA.com.
Providing quality services efficiently and in a timely manner to its clients is the mission of the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins. GSLSC is equipped to handle any real estate transactions, leases, residential and commercial real estate settlements, zoning issues, and all matters involving municipalities. They are also experienced in the formation and operation of family real estate ventures that are tax sensitive to the needs of the investors. Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins is an approved title insurance agency and can provide you with title insurance and legal representation at one low cost when buying a home or investment property. Don't risk any real estate settlement without an experienced real estate attorney from the law firm of Griffith, Strickler, Lerman, Salamis & Calkins at your side. Phone 717-757-7602. They've been handling residential and commercial real estate matters in South Central Pennsylvania for more than 50 years. With mortgage interest rates at an all-time low, now is the time to buy or refinance. Phone 717-757-7602 today or visit their website, gslsc.com.
We wish you tasty maple donuts. We wish you tasty maple donuts. We wish you lots of maple donuts at this festive time of year.
A baker's dozen for work?
Take maple donuts.
The family holiday bash?
Take maple donuts.
A Christmas shopping break?
Yeah, with a maple donut.
And cinnamon maple donut holes on Christmas Eve for St. Nick.
Ho, ho, ho!
Charlie's Little Helpers are filling Maple Donut's workshop with fantastically sweet treats made for the season. Kick off a day of shopping with a cup of Charlie's Always Fresh coffee and your favorite maple donut. And remember, Maple Donut gift certificates are great stocking stuffers.
We wish you tasty maple donuts. We wish you tasty maple donuts. We wish you lots of maple donuts at this festive time of year.
Maple donuts taste right.
Your teams all the time. York's only place for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And we are back here at Central. Ron Ruman and Andy Bria. We had a dandy for our first game of the year. What a way to kick off 15-16 season. Wow. Glad you were with us, folks, as Central hangs on to defeat Spring Grove 53-50 in a game that has started off, as we mentioned, Spring Grove did not play in the tip-off tournament over the weekend, so this was their first game, in Central 2-0 in the tip-off over the weekend, and the Panthers took that first period 20-5, but Spring Grove got their legs under them, and they responded with a 21-4 second quarter, and so the Rockets led by 2 at halftime. Central took a third quarter lead of 5, winning that one 17-9, and Spring Grove took the final period by a score of 14-9, but it was not enough as Central hangs on to win it at home 53-50 here on the GSLSC post-game show. So it was a good one, and don't forget, right after we're done, you say that you like the ice hockey. Well, we got the Washington Capitals and the Detroit Red Wings in progress, so stick around for that. Thursday, we've got Red Lion hosting York High, and Friday, it is Northeastern at Dover. So a full week of high school hoops. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I know Darrell Henry's got some York College basketball for you. We've got some Hershey Bears and some 76ers, although who wants to listen to that? But anyway, that's what we have coming up for you on Sports.
Are you talking to me? The 70 who?
No. Not.
Archbishop Wood can beat them.
Yeah,
by the way, that's the girls' team.
Yeah, they got Jerry Colangelo in there now, so he's going to see if he can fix that. Right. All right, anyway, our final 53-50 Central over Spring Grove, and a dandy the GSLSC postgame show. Take a break and back with our final stats, courtesy of Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent on Sports Radio 1350 and GameTimePA.com.
Today it seems everybody is offering a discount on car insurance, but at what price? Reduced protection, impersonal service. At State Farm, you can earn discounts and still get full service and dependable protection from the world's largest car insurer. See me, Trish Hauser, 1865 Susquehanna Trail North, York, for the State Farm multiple line discount. With State Farm, you get an agent you can depend on and an insurance company you can trust. For the details on State Farm's multiple line discount, see me, Trish Hauser.
Broadway Transmission? I don't know how they do it.
We've been in business for 60 years at the same location.
I don't know how they do it.
It's our long-term nationwide warranties.
Oh, and don't forget our online appointment scheduling.
I still don't know how they do it.
They toted my van at no cost with my repair.
It's our ATRA certified technicians. Don't forget the good-looking genius in the office.
Come on, man.
I know they help me with financing. Still, with my bad credit, I don't know how they do it.
I did my research and felt comfortable that Broadway is a AAA-approved specialty repair shop. I showed my AAA card and saved some hard-earned cash.
I was happy to get a $100 rebate in the mail after the job was done.
I sure don't know how they do it, but I do know they get it done, and they get it done right.
Broadway Transmission. We'll get your shift together and back on the road fast. Check us out on the web at BroadwayTrans.com or stop in and see how it's done.
First in York, first in sports. Sports Radio 1350, WOIK.
And we're back at Central as the crowd filters out here. The home folks happy as Central gets a hard-fought 53-50 win over the Spring Grove Rockets in our inaugural game for 2015-16. I hope they're all this good. We're glad you were with us. And time now for our, by the way, we just want to say one overtime game. We'll give you some of the scores we have in a few moments, but Eliza Kravitz reporting from Eastern, and Wrightsville, Dover, and Eastern in overtime, 49 apiece. So good one there, too. Get our final stats now from Trish Hauser, your local State Farm agent for the Spring Grove Rockets.
All right, Eli Brooks, he had 6 field goals, 7 of 10 from the foul line. He had 20 points to lead all Spring Grove scorers. Darren Gordon, 7 field goals, 4 of those threes, 1 of 2 from the line. He had 19. Liam Flaherty, 1 short field goal for 2. Grant Wireman had 1 3, 2 for 2 from the line for 5. And Johnny Sager, 2 short field goals, for 4. They had 17 field goals, 10 of 14 from the line for 50 points.
All right, and Eli Brooks, quite a line. He had 20 points, is that right?
Yes, 20 points.
8 rebounds, 6 steals, and 4 assists, so not a bad night's work. Sager also 5 rebounds for Spring Grove, and Darren Gordon and Liam Flaherty each with 4 rebounds for the Rockets. And the homestanding Central Panthers.
All right, Jared Wagner, 4 field goals, 3 of 3 from the foul line, 11 points. Nate Markey, 5 field goals, 4 of those are threes, 2 for 2 from the line, 16 points. Ontario Edmonds, 2 field goals, 1 of those was a 3, 6 for 6 from the foul line, 4 for 4 in the fourth quarter, 11 points. Nico Sobastanovic, 1 for 2 from the line, 1 point. Evan Zulata, 1 for 2 from the line, 1 point. Courtney Batts off the bench, 4 field goals, 2 of those threes, 1 and 2 from the line, 11 points. And Tommy O'Neill, 1 field goal for 2. They had 16 field goals, 7 of those were threes, 14 of 17 from the line, 53 points. A hard-fought 53 and a nice win.
It was, and Jared Wagner, the senior, in addition to the 11 points tonight, 7 rebounds, 5 steals, and 5 assists. So another...
He was the catalyst.
Yep, a nice line for him. Evan Zulata also had 5 rebounds. How many field goals did Central have tonight?
I got him at 16.
Okay, they had 9 assists, so that's pretty good. 9 assists on 16 field goals, so that's a good job moving the ball around.
Yep.
So those are your final stats, courtesy of Trish Hauser. We're going to take a break, come back with the Heritage Hills Player of the Game and the York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard show, and then followed immediately by the Washington Capitals and the Detroit Red Wings here on your home for local sports. Sports Radio 1350 WOYK and GameTimePA.com.
Hello, this is Grant Becker, certified personal trainer and sports performance manager at Heritage Hills Athletic Club. Are you the best athlete you can be? Do you want to be at your physical peak? Heritage Hills Athletic Club can get you there. You will train with certified professionals that set up programs customized to help you meet your goals. From speed and agility to strength and conditioning, our goal is your success. You'll have the opportunity to train in our 60,000 square foot facility that features a large turf field, 2 full-size basketball courts, and the latest technology in strength and conditioning.
We could go to clubs closer to our home, but clubs closer to our home don't seem to offer the quality, the diversity that we get at Heritage Hills, and the attention.
Call today and ask about a 3-week free trial membership to the Studio, our private personal training facility. Call 757-4833 or visit us online at heritagehillsathletic.com or everyonecanplayhh.com.
My name is Lou Laviton. I own a company called Sparkle Wash. We're a professional mobile pressure washing company, and I've been a customer of York Traditions for 5 years. Prior to that, I had other banking relationships, but they weren't local. And when you really read the statistics and you look at what's going on in the marketplace, you need to have somebody that's a local level, that you're not talking to a call center in a foreign country or someplace else that doesn't know who you are, and this is what York Traditions does. The online banking has just been a wonderful tool for us because the convenience is there. But I visit all the branches. It's like Cheers. They all know your name. I think is fascinating. I come in and I like the yellow Tootsie Rolls, or I like the Sweethearts, and they know to staple my receipt to the lower left-hand corner. And I don't understand how they do that, but this is what York Traditions does. They do it very well. It's kind of a cool place to be.
Transition to traditions today. York Traditions Bank. Member FDIC. Equal Opportunity Lender.
Live local sports is on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
And back one final time at Central. Ron, Ruben, Andy.
Join me, Steve Zabin, mornings at 6 on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK.
Yeah, we had 2 re-entries there. That's all right. So anyway, one final time here at Central. A good win tonight. Central defeating Spring Grove 53-50 in our initial high school basketball game of the week presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine. And time now for our Heritage Hills Player of the Game, Mr. Bria.
Jared Wagner, Central York Panthers. He had 11 points. He was 3 for 3 from the line. He had 4 deuces. But for me, it was all the other things he did. He was the catalyst that made them go. Go ahead, give him the how many?
7 rebounds, 5 steals, 5 assists.
I mean, you got to have guys like that. If every team had guys like that, I mean, he's an unselfish player, just a hard-nosed kid. And, I mean, he gets it in there.
Yep. Well, Jared Wagner, our Heritage Hills Player of the Game for tonight. Now, our York Traditions Bank post-game scoreboard show. The one final we don't have, we had Tony Nalo. He's on the scene. He'll have a report for you tomorrow on Sports Radio 1350, so listen for that one throughout the day, and it'll be posted on the website. Halftime, Dallastown was leading Redline 25-24, so that's a dandy. The finals we do have, Cade Burdett reports from downtown. York High, Troy Sowers guys over Southwestern 84-50, so the Bearcats go to 2-1. Eliza Kravitz on the scene in Wrightsville, a good one there in overtime. Eastern and Dover 49 apiece, so they go to overtime there. Ben Faree was down in Glen Rock, and Glen Rock scored 76 points tonight, or Susquehannock scored 76 points tonight, Andy, but you know what? They lost by 25 because Northeastern scored 101.
So we got the century mark in one of them.
Yeah. Ben Faree will have the report on that one for you tomorrow. And we also have this score from Katie Gordon as York Catholic gets its first win for Coach Blaine Claiborne. They defeat Littlestown 70-55, and Gettysburg a 76-70 winner over the York Suburban Trojans.
Some big numbers up there.
Yeah.
Wow.
Defense has rested.
Yes.
So that's it for us tonight. Again, our final Central 53, Spring Grove 50. Don't forget Washington Capitals hockey coming up next. Thursday, we're on the air at 7 o'clock with York High at Redline. Make sure you are with us for that, in Northeastern at Dover on Friday. Now for Jamie Evans on the video for Game Time and my partner Andy Bria, I'm Ron Ruman. Thanks for listening, folks, and you have a good night.
Thank you for listening to WOIK's High School Basketball Game of the Week, presented by WellSpan Sports Medicine, the official healthcare and sports medicine provider of the York Revolution. Hear the best of the York Adams League all season on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. Listen on the go with the WOIK mobile apps and online at WOIK1350.com. Make sure to tune in Saturday mornings at 9 for Central PA Game Day with Coach Wayne McCullough, featuring the High School Basketball Scoreboard Show and live interviews with players and coaches. And get your sports weekend started early every Thursday at 4 p.m. on Game Day with Game Time PA, previewing the weekend's biggest games. Your home for local sports is Sports Radio 1350 WOIK. First in York, first in sports. Now we return to NBC Sports Radio, already in progress on Sports Radio 1350 WOIK, York.